AHC friends, this is Jenny Burns from the AHC, and I'm here today chatting to Jonina Menzies from Maiden Hair in Nowra, beautiful New South Wales coastal area down the South Coast. And we're going to be talking on this podcast today about how pearls transformed her business. So Jonina, do you want to give us a bit of a rundown on the background, how long you've had your salon for, how many staff, what's the vibe, all that kind of thing? Now we're talking 4.5 years ago. Since your sort of evolution took place. So give us a bit of a rundown on the background story.
Cool. So I started my salon just myself and an apprentice about 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years ago. And it was a great salon. I had a good clientele, sold a little bit of retail. It wasn't a huge focus in the business. But I didn't really feel like I had a point of difference to offer clients other than the way I did hair, but I didn't really feel like I was above anyone else or a real standout statement point of difference. And so it's quite tiring trying to get new clients and stand out from the crowd of many hairdressers. And one day, one of my top spending clients, she came to me and she said, now to bear this in mind, she kind of has an afro. We would keratin straighten her hair on the regular, do weekly blow dries and straightens just to make her hair manageable. Her curls are so intense that her eyelashes even grow frizzy. It's crazy. So she decided that she wanted to have a baby. And when you're pregnant, you can't do keratin treatments, Jenny. So she went down this rabbit hole of trying to discover what she could do to maintain her natural curls. And I think many a woman and man has gone down this rabbit hole. So on the journey, I decided to go with her. I thought, I'm going to learn with her and we'll figure this out together. And once we kind of discovered all of this curly girl method and different ways of hydrating hair and how to create a long-standing curl set and all of that, I kind of realized that this was something that over 65% of my female clientele naturally have on their hair. So this is something that I could offer to so many of my clients that are already sitting in my chair. But if I went and specialized in this, it would be a point of difference for my business and something fun that just reignited my passion for hairdressing, I guess, is probably the best way to talk about it. So we dove into curls head first, never looked back. And in our salon, we now have 5 girls working in our space, including me. And I also have a new apprentice starting next month. So it's a really great thing. We've grown our team over this 4.5-year journey, even through COVID. We have become an authority in this curl world in Australia. I have clients that travel from Newcastle, from Sydney, from Canberra. I've even had a client cross the Victorian border to come to our salon. It's just become something that's completely changed our business model. In the journey, as most of you would know if you've looked into Curly Girl Method, it's bloody confusing. It's a bit overwhelming as a professional, and it's also in a lot of ways not professional. So on our journey to becoming curl specialists, in our salon, we developed a routine called the Curls Made Easy routine. And that includes 6 different tutorials and different methods on how to style curly hair. So if you had curly hair, Jenny, and you decided you wanted to come to our salon, I would choose a routine through our consultation and pick a routine that would suit your curly hair. That would be the routine we would teach you. You would go home with one of these cute little postcards to help you on your journey of learning your new routine and finding your feet in that. And this routine has kind of just taken over. It's so simple. The exact things I do on the client's hair in the salon are all replicatable by untalented, not hair savvy clients in their home, in their bathroom, in their shower, or wherever they are. And the greatest passion for me has been that I create a hairstyle in a client that they will be able to reproduce at home. And I know that they will look the same throughout their hair appointments until they're next in my salon chair. So rewarding. in this process, obviously, I started to realize that with great education and with great systems in your salon, two things happened. Number one, our retail revenue increased 483%,
Wow.
which is kind of crazy. I'd never sold so much retail in my life. And in this time, I don't ever feel like I'm selling retail, because once they've seen how simple this routine is, it's just kind of like, I'll take it all.
So the routines that you've got, are they based on lots of different things like hair texture, how much time you're willing to put into it, all of those kinds of things? Is that how you develop the different models?
Yeah. So the 5 main routines, there's a wash tutorial, so everybody gets that.
Yeah.
We have a pixie routine for your short curlies, a fro routine for your really tight curl girlfriends, a lax routine for your lazy, less time willing, our mini routine for our little junior curlies, and our hero routine, which is our most time consuming but has the most amazing longevity.
Right.
So it's just a matter of consulting, figuring out what kind of area that client might fit into. Sometimes we teach them a bit of 2 routines, or maybe they have short pixie curls that are quite an afro. So you kind of have to mash a few, but that's just professional kind of stuff. But the other thing that's really transformed and pivoted our business is all of our junior staff now bring in a high amount of revenue into our salon. So you came into my salon, Jenny, you booked in with me. So I would do your cut. I would do the beginning of your education. Then everything else after your professional curl cut has happened, you would have done with one of my assistants. So they would take you through your hydration lesson. They'd bring you back to the chair and do all of your styling. They would do your sleep care routine and help you at the end, take some after photos. And it's amazing the amount of empowerment and ownership that has kind of built into my junior team. Normally, they're just people that shampoo hair and leave them for the stylist, leave the client or leave the guest for the senior stylist. And over this 4.5 years, one of my apprentices is just about to turn senior, and it's incredible. She already has nearly a full clientele of people that would happily book in with her because she's been doing their hair for 3 years. And
fantastic.
Not only does it mean that they bring in some income, but they are regularly, daily touching clients' hair, teaching them, building relationships with all of our different clients. And it's fun. So
that's amazing, because, a lot of, I think, most apprentices, if they leave, it's usually in the first year, and it's usually because they're not stimulated, because, kids today, they want to get in and get it all done, and,
they want to do everything.
After lunch. Yeah. Let me cut hair after lunch,
Yeah.
So the fact, obviously you have to be realistic, but the fact that you've thought of a great way that you can, do that. So also safeguarding your business as well, but keeping them confident and keeping them inspired and educating them. And how's that? Almost a senior and basically almost fully booked as well. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's great.
And so on this journey, when I started out, a few of my mentors were using a product that was made over in the US. And it was a beautiful organic-based product, and I just couldn't find anything in the Australian market that could match it or deliver the results. So one of my amazing girlfriends, she just said to me, make your own. And a passion of mine is Australian brands. So I've always, up until that point, had stocked only Australian-owned companies, and I care about the future of our country. And so anyway, it kind of irked me every time I placed an order for this company and it got shipped from the US. And so I decided to test the waters and found a formulation chemist. The first one didn't work out, so I found another one, and we created a product range. So to date, we have 8 hair products that we now stock in over 60 salons in Australia and New Zealand. We have a new product that's coming out hopefully in about 2 months' time that I've just pressed go on. And we have 3 different kind of curly hair accessories that help to put in place our Curls Made Easy routine. And yeah, I cut hair 2 days a week, and I train other salon 3 days a week, and just kind of connect with other stylists and building a hair product company.
Amazing. What accessories do you have?
We have 3 different accessories. One is not in this room right now. My first is called our Flexi brush. And a lot of people, it's a bit of a taboo topic, brushing wet hair. And a lot of people don't brush curly hair especially. But one of the things I'll reference for those of you who are watching this video, those of you who are podcasting, you are imagining what the dissection of a hair strand looks like. So this cortex part here, which is like the spongy, dense sponge layer on the inside of the hair strand, it needs hydration. And when this part is crispy and dry, that's when we get frizzy hair. So a lot of times people apply conditioner and they just rake it through their fingers, or they use an afro comb. Now, I don't know about you, but I have 10 digits, and an afro comb normally has only about 12 prongs on it. So when you're combing that through your hair, there is probably hundreds, if not thousands, of strands of hair that never actually meet the conditioner or have the conditioner really worked into that cortex layer. So this is where frizz actually begins, is in the shower. So this brush, her job is to gently and flexibly work with the hair without damaging the elasticity of the hair, and to really distribute and massage in the hydration so that it gets deep into the cortex and doesn't just sit on the surface kind of feeling nice, but then as soon as the hair dries, it's still frizzy. Our most sexy hair accessory is called our cozy. So this morning I woke up and I have done nothing to my hair. Didn't wet it, didn't brush it, didn't do anything. And that only happens because I kind of wear this cute little sock thing over my curls.
Love it.
I look very sexy, I know. And then I've made you lose it. And then basically you can just pull it off in the morning and your curls are good to go. I don't know if you've watched like Downton Abbey and all of those historical rituals before bed. Was you would set your hair before you would go to sleep, so that in the morning you would just unpin your curls and kind of brush it into place. And so we are such an instantaneous society that we just think of the now and we'll deal with the next later. But using this on your hair at night, whether your hair is naturally curly or whether you've had a bouncy blow dry, a lot of our straight head clients use these as well. If they've come in and they want their hair to look good for multiple days, slide this on your hair at night and you kind of don't get any of that bed friction or frizz that sometimes happens. And yeah, it's amazing.
Fantastic. I just love your story and I love your enthusiasm. It's fantastic. You know, after COVID, you know, one of the big words that came out of it was pivoting, wasn't it? Or evolving.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, something that happened, you know, thanks to one of your clients that you really wanted to help out, and it just really changed your business around, and you're growing apprentices and making them confident, and you know, it's a great story. Really great story, Jonina. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll make sure we put all of your details where people can reach out to you if they've got questions or if they're interested in some education or, you know, looking as beautiful as you do when you go to bed, in the caption for in this post. So, but thank you very much for joining us today. I really love listening to your story. It's been great. It's
lovely to share our story with you. And yeah, if anything resonates and you would love to motivate your junior staff or understand how to style curly hair, not everybody has their own way of cutting hair, and I think that's their craft. What sets our company and our salon apart is our Curls Made Easy routine, and it's the styling which enables your junior staff to grow, as we talked earlier. And yeah, I'd love to work with anyone that's looking to specialize or just expand their salon's experience.
Fantastic. Well done. Okay. Well, thanks for coming and joining us today, and we're interested to see what your next evolution is.
Cool. Thanks, Jenny.
Okay. Thanks, Jonina.